be so bold as to speak my mind? The private quarters of one arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help! Are you hurt?
His corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
I'd thought I was done for.
It was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
You'll hear no complaints from me.
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm.
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
I appreciate that.
Just glad to live another day.
Knew I'd pull through in the end.
That's it!
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Twas a glorious success!
Once more.
This is my sort of place. The more the merrier.
These faces have grown...
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
'Twas a glad thing to find Sir Norbert in good health. Shall we get him back to Mel? I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
This way, if you please.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
This way, if you please, Master.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are...
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like... As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving... I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength. 'Tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
Right you are.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you...
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot, but pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss...
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little... In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace.
Perhaps that, then. A resounding...
You've my gratitude for the work you've done for us. If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well, there is no, but I shan't take up any more of your...
I'm always willing to lend a helping.
A good day to you.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it enough.
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Well, you ought to not strain yourself. Not...
Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Peril can result from a moment's impulsion.
What to do?
Then I shall remain by your side.
I've not much to offer you, sir, I fear. Thank you, sir. Little to say, but I would fain listen.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on...
I can proceed no further.
Flame at any cost arisen. You have been doused in oil. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of.
I am ready to attack, Master. I would gladly be of aid in this. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Nodding off where I stand.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Or
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope you're...
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
We have found the material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their loyalty when we need them most.
Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on...
I'll combine my magic with yours. It might cost me some. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? There ought not to be water here. I have an ill feeling about this. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it?
Tis easily done.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Good, yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the... You're free to make your own way to the capital. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart.
Take... this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
Well worth the effort of breaking it.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Look, Master! Goblins! Witness my madness!
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I am deeply familiar with this region. You can count on me to guide you. During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. Follow me, if you would. I could have got no better.
Glad to be of service.
Well said.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each...
Do you wish for me to proceed? We won't be able to climb back up the slope once we've gone down.
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Shall we set it rolling?
We have arrived.
'Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Keep your eyes peeled, and beware of dark corners.
Of course.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Be sure to keep your wits about you. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. Find of the century, I dare say. I wonder whether my master from beyond the rift managed to find that. Somehow, I doubt it.
It would behoove us not to approach what lies ahead.
Indeed. One never can be too cautious.
Come on, don't drag this.
The fragility makes them a tricky opponent. Try not to let them get the upper hand. Careful now.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boats.
You too? Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I am deeply familiar with this region. You can count on me to guide you. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during... I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Frey, follow me. This way, Master.
I'm confident we've scoured every nook and cranny of the place. That's quite a feat.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight. For all I've stuffed myself.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
I would have preferred not to have come so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Let's not let down our guard.
What more can be done?
Huzzah!
Appreciate it. A token of my appreciation.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Mostly impressive, Master.
I do so enjoy the smell of the forest.
Stay watchful. There's no telling what might be lurking amongst the trees.
'Tis as you say.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Arisen, I know of at least one location in this place that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Drop all your valuables, and I might just let you live.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
I cannot let myself overcome.
Battle is best avoided here.
There must be some way out.
I hope that I appreciate it, truly. Here, 'tis a token of my heart.
Very well. I shall return.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would...
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way?
Tell is, how are we to get through this door?
They say the Sovereign was bait, and yet he draws breath. Watch. I do hope His Majesty shall recover.
I'll go and open the chest.
Best pray for healthy.
This place is too comfortable.
Halt! You are approaching the gates of Vernworth, capital of Vermund. If you've an entry permit, an invitation, or proof of citizenship, present... I see. So you are to meet with Captain Brandt. I shan't impede you then. Come with me.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, you should know that this individual fought valiantly to defend the troops. The Watchhead told me himself.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days passed. You confronted the dragon in the village of Melve, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared. Yet, not all celebrated. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty, I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if...
Aha!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Still waiting on that report.
Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you. Ox carts make for... Oi, sir! We've started selling that...
If you want my advice...
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 't weren't so far away.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own piece. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demo? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only have many thanks, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to... That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to... I do hope you'll join me.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I've not much to say at the moment. Leave the finding of equipment enhancing materials. I know where we can find useful materials for enhancing your equipment.
Got something for me?
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come. Have yourself a look. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
My bed calls, and a sharp resist. Interested in my wares?
Creatures need better training. Well met, sir.
Am I shedding? This looks as good as
It's just nice to see everyone. Can't say I have any tidings.
Say, well, if you do visit, you might. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat.
A treasure chest! I can hardly wait to...
Your Majesty, your time. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears.
You feeling generous, sir?
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. How extraordinary. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a... Welcome. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of the...
What a bizarre village that was. The villagers stared at me with a bizarre... It was as though they were praising me somehow.
You feeling generous, sir?
Aught you need of me?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect. Yet if we are to prove your identity, it was delayed so that the sovereign, the central players in the court ought all be in attendance. None would be able to deny that you are the true. Only select members of. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry. What say you? I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world. By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. I can guide you there if you wish.
Have mercy! Leave off, before you earn my...
How might I be of service?
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption. I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a... Welcome and well... Don't think I've forgotten your discount.
Business could be better, but I'm scraped. Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
I wish I knew your restraint, Arisen.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Suppose I... Oh,
I must turn.
Say, it was stolen from me while I was... There's no exaggeration. To be quite truthful, working under a man such as... Unless...
The Jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
I suppose I can always run.
Have you come from Vern, the ancient battleground? In times past, 'twas said since a few days it could be, say. If I...
ingredients are...
Do let me know if you're in...
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy...
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north... There was no warning, no apparent cause. Of course, such rumors are best taken with...
It isn't my way to gossip with the...
Laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol. Might treat us to a roast tonight.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Yon chest is in a place not easily accessed.
Is there no way to reach it?
Falls on me to
Well met, sir. How does the day treat you then?
Sir Murden's a man who prizes. He won't take a liking to you lest you show proper
Maybe I'll keep right here. Got something for me?
Well, come. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Hope to see you again.
Interested in my wares? I've got to focus. A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale. I sleep on my way.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Woman half my age.
Good day to you.
What I can do...
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume?
Leave this place at once.
I'm not risking my life for a
Bleeding amateurs. No respect for their swords. What do ye want?
I don't believe I had any visitors. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of decorum.
I'm no rush. Oh, I can't complain.
Have you need of me?
Oi, you there! I don't mean to pry, only... It's...
Morris!
What?
I've just heard news.
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris, think we...
Do you truly expect me to... The soldiers won't concern it all. He's right. Do you... If you return him to me...
Shall we seek some answers?
Looking to gain entry to Myrddin's Burst? He'll sweep you a look from head to toe. That pawn's... You're...
Myself some work today. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you tell me. In your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Rosolve? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, 'tis an item of pressure, and in my hour you will be rewarded handsomely.
Sirs Offulf and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
Poor Rog. And he's delivered me. I still recall his... Oh, Rog.
'Tis strangely quiet hereabouts. Where are our foes lurking?
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right.
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves.
Have my support. Arisen! Are you all right?
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. A ballista is a ranged weapon.
'Tis a glad thing we happened upon this. Unleashing it during combat ought to fluster our foes. Pray don't mind, but I can guide you there in a bit. This way, if you please.